Superfood for me is a completely new way of thinking. It's a revolution in my life, and I know it's going to be one in your life. It's not just about kale and quinoa, it's about cooking smart with simple ingredients. Making the most delicious, nutritious food doesn't have to be about faddy, fashionable ingredients. You can make them from things that are around you. It's just how you put them together. To inspire you to create a nutritious recipe that your family will love to eat, I'm going to take you around the world to explore some of the healthiest cuisines on the planet. Kimchi! Woo! Now you're flirting with me. Where families eat simple, healthy diets. What more do you want? Loads of family, friends, good food. And live long, I'm absolutely speechless, and active lives. From Alpine Switzerland, not like the lakes where I come from. I mean, I'd drink that. To the amazing flavours of South Korea. All I can tell you is it's bloody delicious. And the stunning island of Sardinia. I want to pick the plate up and hug it. So good. Inspired by what I've learned, I'm going to show you new and ingenious ways to give a superfood twist to your family's favourite dishes. From breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to love it. Oh, I don't want you to eat healthy food because you have to. I want you to eat it because it's delicious. Tonight, I'm taking some everyday classics and turning them into something even more nutritious and delicious. With inspiration from two countries where superfoods are part of everyday life. Off the coast in Sardinia, I celebrate an amazing superfood combo that we all need more of in our diets. Citrus is being used everywhere. In South Korea, I discover a mushroom with astonishing health benefits. It looks like a patchwork quilt. And use those mega fungi to jazz up a healthy chicken curry that'll blow your mind. This could give Thai green curry a real run for its money. But before my travels, an incredible breakfast that will power the whole family through until lunchtime. We're going to do toasted Popeye bread with cherry vine tomatoes, egg and chilli sauce. It's lovely, I love it. It's something very different. I invented this for my little boy. And he loves superheroes, and it was all about Popeye. Yes! This wholesome combo packs in one of your 5 fruit and veg a day and vitamin K rich spinach for just 356 calories per portion. It's super simple. Let me get it going. So I've got cherry vine tomatoes. They're really nice, good flavour on the vine. Get a knife and just prick the tomatoes, and it makes the skin pop and gets those gorgeous juices coming out of the tomatoes and caramelising. Stick your tomatoes under the grill for about 5 minutes until they start to soften. Cut 4 slices of wholemeal bread and add them to the tray of tomatoes and toast on both sides under the grill. Next, crack on with that Popeye topping. It's probably one of the craziest dishes I've done, but it's very simple. Basically, we're celebrating the lovely spinach. And you need 80 grams of spinach and a free-range egg packed with protein, and just 1 slice of smoked ham. Season with salt and pepper, and add a splash of milk, then blitz. Nice! Time to check your toast. Right, let's bring it over here. We've got our crazy green topping, and I'm just going to pour that on top. Finally, crumble over 1 heaped tablespoon of cottage cheese, then pop back under the grill for another 5 minutes. It'll just kind of puff up a little bit, and it's going to be gorgeous. Next, a healthier fried egg. So, good quality non-stick pan. Medium heat, not too aggressive. I'm going to go straight in there, dry, nothing. Add a pinch of salt and pepper, then place the lid back on, and it'll gently steam the eggs. Just from the humidity of that egg, it'll create a little steamy environment. And as soon as you can see the egg kind of just becoming that opaque colour on the top, brilliant. Time to plate up. Have a look at this. I mean, it's kind of like posh cheese on toast, really. So just grab the tomatoes, and last but not least, we need the egg. And then we're just going to give it some chilli sauce. Beautiful. This absolute belter of a breakfast packs in one of your 5 fruit and veg a day for just 356 calories a portion. Really nice. Spinach with melted cheese, crunchy toast, those gorgeous tomatoes, and that runny egg. Little superhero breakfast. For all recipes, go to channel4.com/JamieSuperfood. To get inspiration for my superfood lunch, I'm off to an Italian island bursting with incredible ingredients. Oranges and lemons grow all over Sardinia, making them a key part of the local diet. And being an island, these guys also have the freshest fish at their fingertips. Fish and lemon are a classic combination, but I'm off to a local fishing boat to see how Sardinians take the marriage of citrus and seafood to a whole new level. Buongiorno!
Ciao! Ciao, Jamie! Tutto bene?
Tutto bene.
Fantastico.
Husband and wife, Gemiliano and Ignazzina, have been fishing here for years, often with the help of their grandson Davide. They fish sustainably, with small nets cast overnight, then pulled in the next morning. I'm super excited to discover what's in today's catch.
Hey, here we go. Got
Red mallet.
One of my favourites. Sepia.
Sepia.
We like cuttlefish.
No sooner than the fish is on board, it's time for lunch. Talk about fast food.
So we've got the cuttlefish here, and we're just prepping that, pulling the skin off. It's very much like squid. Delicious. Red mullet, which is beautiful. Look at that. We're going to cook it whole?
Sì, si cucina intera.
Always whole, because then you get the flavour from the bones. And the scales act like a kind of non-stick, and it really helps retain a lot of moisture in that fish.
While Gemiliano mans the grill, Ignazzina's got me in citrus marinade and dressing duty.
For the sepia, delicious. Look, olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, some parsley. So she's doing this to make a marinade for the sepia, the cuttlefish. Over here, I'm just doing a very simple, basic dressing. So lemon juice, orange juice, salt, parsley, a little bit of chilli, some lovely olive oil. And you can put that on the fish after it's cooked. Orange, she wants a bit of orange juice.
Okay.
So you can see, like, you know, the citrus is being used everywhere.
And citrus doesn't just taste great. All that vitamin C helps our immune system and is needed for normal collagen production for healthy bones, teeth and skin.
Making dressings out of lemon and lime and grapefruit is an incredibly easy way to get more and more vitamin C in your diet.
Time for Ignazzina's amazing citrus marinated cuttlefish to hit the grill.
I've got to say, this is very exciting.
Po' di sale?
See? Seasoning it. It smells incredible. Of course, garlic's doing its wonderful work. I think this is probably the freshest fish I've ever eaten. I'm really excited. The moment of truth is here. Look, it's just got Sardinia written all over it. I'm going to finish it with just a little bit of this dressing, of that olive oil and citrus. Look at that. Mangiare? I'm just going to use my fingers.
Apriamo il tavolo?
Yeah.
La forchetta.
Oh, grazie mille. So good.
Fresh fish, a fresh orange.
Beautiful. Healthy proteins in the fish. Wonderful, vitamin-heavy citrus fruits. We can't argue how important vitamin C is for good health and keeping yourself in good nick. So, what are you waiting for? Next time you go shopping, big up the citrus fruits. Buono, eh? Grazie mille.
Inspired by the Sardinian love of citrus, I've come up with an incredible lunch that will give you a bumper dose of vitamin C.
Now I've got a beautiful salad that really celebrates citrus fruits. Oranges, limes, lemons. I'm going to make a beautiful Moorish crunch salad.
This Moroccan-inspired salad is a zingy citrus taste sensation. 2 of your 5 fruit and veg a day for just 573 calories a portion. Start with 150 grams of whole wheat couscous.
Just cover it by about 1 centimetre with some boiling water. And then what I want to do is add our first really quite interesting flavour. This is preserved lemons. You can get them in the supermarkets, hunt them out. They are salted and they're a special type of lemon that are so perfumed. And if I finely chop these and put them in the couscous, it's going to create the most amazing flavour.
Pop a plate on and leave it to do its thing, while you crack on with the pickle. Thinly slice 150 grams of whatever carrots you fancy. Then do the same with 1 red onion.
You don't really want big old chunks of onion. You want it to be nice and fine and delicate.
Now to kick off the pickling process with a good pinch of sea salt and 4 teaspoons of white wine vinegar.
And that will draw out some of the moisture and it will stop the onion being really raw oniony and make it nice and mellow, and it will be beautiful.
By now your lemony couscous is nice and fluffy. So finely chop half a bunch of fresh mint.
Unbelievable smell. I love mint. It's such an amazing herb.
Traditionally, mint is thought to aid digestion and have antiseptic qualities. Now, time for the pastry.
In this recipe, I'm going to use phyllo pastry, which absolutely you can use. And if you're clever, you can create some amazing textures.
Lay your phyllo flat, add a quarter of your couscous and fold it into a neat parcel. Repeat 3 more times and bake for 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While your phyllo bakes, crack on with your gem and round lettuce base.
Normally we shred or tear salad leaves, but it's really nice to have them quite chunky like this.
Time for your second hit of vitamin C. 3 juicy oranges.
Vitamin C is water soluble. That means you get rid of it every day, so we've got to keep having it. The interesting thing is, studies are showing that diets high in vitamin C are showing lower amounts of disease and cancer. So get that fruit going, get that citrus going.
Next, drain away the salty pickling liquor from the carrot and onion and sprinkle over the salad. Now, onto the dressing, and I've got a great cheat to avoid using loads of oil.
So yogurt-based sauces are fantastic. And if I put 4 tablespoons of nice, organic, gorgeous yogurt in there, we can create some amazing flavours.
Add 2 heaped tablespoons of smooth peanut butter, a little seasoning, and a splash of juice from those lovely preserved lemons.
So, third citrus, lime. Let's get some lime zest here as well. It's all flavour. And then lime juice, in we go. I have one other little tweak that I'd love to do. Harissa, a classic Moroccan ingredient, hot, fiery chilli. A teaspoon of that, and then I'm going to let it down with a tablespoon of really good cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. And this will just be separate to kind of fire up little parts of the dish. So when you're eating it, you get little reminders that there's something funky going on.
Once your parcels are done, it's time to serve up.
Here we go. Get some chunks. Beautiful. Have a little bit of everything.
On with those phyllo parcels and drizzle over the yoghurt dressing. To finish, sprinkle over chopped pistachios and that harissa spiked olive oil.
This salad is just like all contrast. Pickle, that lovely rich dressing from the peanuts and the yoghurt, the hot and the cold.
This crunchy citrus-packed salad has 2 of your 5 fruit and veg a day, a bumper dose of vitamin C, and all for just 573 calories a portion.
Absolutely delicious. Salads definitely don't need to be boring.
Coming up, I pop off to South Korea to try some seriously incredible mushrooms.
근데 젓가락질을 잘하시네.
Thank you. One more for me. I can't.
And use them to superfood up your family's new favourite curry.
It's super perfumed. An absolute joy to eat.
Superfood is nothing new. It's been around for hundreds of years. It's about cooking smart with simple foods that are nutritious and delicious. I'm cooking a day's worth of perfectly balanced superfood family favourites. We kick the morning off with toasted Popeye bread and munch through my nutritious Moorish salad for lunch. I'm travelling the world to find out what superfoods the healthiest people on the planet are eating. And to get inspiration for dinner, my next stop takes me to East Asia. South Korea has one of the highest life expectancies in the world, combined with some of the lowest rates of obesity, and the volcanic island of Jeju is a healthy living hotspot. Halfway up Mount Halasan is the magical Gokjeol Forest, home to the most stunning mushroom farm.
Mr. Lim, how you doing?
반갑습니다. 어서 오십시오.
Wow, look at this. These are so beautiful. My God. So what makes the perfect shiitake?
제일 좋은 거는 이렇게 금이 갈라진 거예요. 거북이 등껍질 같이 갈라진 걸 최고로 치는 거예요.
Actually, they do. It looks like a patchwork quilt of turtles' backs. And they are spectacular. So, Mr. Lim, you farm them here. Can you talk me through the whole process of how you grow them?
네, 같이 갑시다. 네.
Let's do it.
This forest forms part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but you can be forgiven for thinking this is something from a fairy story.
Wow, I mean, that's a lot of logs.
이 안에 버섯 균이 들어가 있어요. 균. 여기서 이 균이 들어가서 이 버섯이.
So what's special about this forest for mushroom growing?
한라산은 그 밤에 비가 오지 않아도 이슬이 너무 많이 내려서 비온 효과가 나타나요. 제주도는 꼭 3번에서 4번 정도 태풍이 오는데 외래 이 버섯한테는 더 좋은 거. 태풍이 불면 나무를 흔들어줘. 그러면 잠자던 종균을 깨워줘. 그래서 종균 활동을 원활하게 해서
Each white plug contains microscopic spores, which grow into amazing shiitake.
이게 이제 친환경 농사 짓는 거기 때문에 이거 지금 따서 먹어도 돼요.
Now? Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. Try my first one straight off a log. I mean, they're delicious. I love them raw. So good. Very perfumed. And quite meaty, you know, really delicious. And that skin on the top is got a real bite to it. For me, this feels really magical. It feels like when I was a little child and you get told a story about mushrooms and fairies and all that sort of stuff. It's quite something.
Koreans eat twice as many vegetables as we do in the UK, and are the second biggest consumers of shiitakes. Mr. Lim's been farming and drying shiitakes here for the last 13 years, after trading in the rat race in favour of the quiet life. His mushrooms are incredible raw, but I want to see how the big man cooks them.
This is a rare pleasure for me, because normally it's me cooking, but the pressure's on you today, bro. Show me how you do it. That looks like sesame oil. This use of chopsticks is beautiful. Very good at using them. As am I, of course. Don't laugh.
버섯 고유의 맛을 살리기 위해서 아무 양념도 하지 말고 소금만 조금씩.
So interestingly, the Korean diet has got quite a lot of salt, but they don't seem to suffer from high blood pressure like many other parts of the world. And that's partly because so many of the fruit and veg and mushrooms have a lot of potassium.
Potassium helps to control blood pressure because it blunts the effects of sodium and helps the body to get rid of it. It also helps to relax blood vessels.
I mean, what do you think is so good about mushrooms for the Korean diet?
이 표고버섯은 그 비즈니스맨, 그 실내에 근무하는 사무직원들이 식품으로 섭취할 수 있는 비타민 D가 제일 많다는 게 표고버섯이에요. 그래서
Vitamin D is essential for us to absorb calcium, which we need for healthy bones. We usually get it from sunlight, but studies have shown that some mushrooms, especially dried ones, and those exposed to sun, are a source of vitamin D too.
I mean, you've got to love it. I mean, I think it is a beautiful way to cook. Can I?
드셔보세요.
Okay, cool. Oh, what's lovely is cooking it really simply like that. The flavour gets intense, doesn't it? Smells amazing, tastes amazing. Really good.
근데 젓가락질을 잘하시네.
Thank you. I try. I like it. One more for me. I can't.
Inspired by Mr. Lim's funky fungi, I've come up with a killer way to make sure that mushrooms are a firm favourite for your family too.
I absolutely love mushrooms. They're really great to cook with. You can use them in so many different ways.
My epic Balinese chicken curry with mushrooms packs a whopping 3 of your 5 fruit and veg a day, and for just 551 calories. It's so good, it'll knock your family's socks off.
So first up, we're going to make a paste. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic into a semi-warm pan. I'm going to go in with some spring onions, 40 grams of cashew nuts, and 4 centimetres of ginger. This sort of process of heating it here, it's just about really making it easier to break down and pound and get all those gorgeous flavours out. So I'm going to get 1 chilli, just going to remove the seeds.
Dry frying this way is not just healthier, it brings out a unique nutty flavour. Once your aromats are lovely and soft, pop them in a blender. Then chuck in 2 teaspoons of fish sauce, 4 kaffir lime leaves, fresh, dried or frozen, whatever you've got.
And then turmeric. In some of the supermarkets now, you can get it fresh. It's so cool. Just give it a little scrape. Now, this is quite famous for being an anti-inflammatory.
If you can't get hold of the fresh stuff, 1 teaspoon of dried turmeric will do the biz. Pop it in whole, add a swig of water, a pinch of black pepper, and blitz until smooth. Next, our hero ingredients. 300 grams of shiitake and oyster mushrooms go into a dry, hot pan.
What's really interesting is if you dry fry the mushrooms, you slightly dehydrate it, and then when you turn it into a wet curry later, it doesn't go slimy. So this is a really brilliant tip.
Once your mushrooms are looking gorgeous and golden, take them off the heat and get cracking with the chicken. 3 high welfare chicken breasts will do 6 people.
As soon as it starts moving, you can go in with that lovely paste. All of that goes in. Look at that colour. Incredible.
My tip when it comes to meat in your superfood meals is use less of the highest quality meat you can find and bulk it up with other gorgeous veg and fruit, like this beautiful mango.
Next, guys, we've got 250 grams of nice French beans.
Next, a tin of light coconut milk, which is so delicious and gives a wonderful tropical taste. Then add half a tin of water and leave it to simmer for 10 to 12 minutes while you crack on with the rice. 450 grams of basmati rice go into boiling water.
So once it's had about 7 minutes, I'm going to go in with some purple kale. This is beautiful stuff. You could use any different coloured cabbage you want. I'm going to cook the rice in it. It's going to suck up that goodness.
Boost the superfood factor by throwing a tin of fibre-rich black beans in with the rice, followed by that nutrient-dense purple kale. If your kids don't like kale, spinach is just as good for you. Over on the curry side, chuck in those incredible toasted mushrooms and up the veggie content with fresh seasonal asparagus packed with vitamin K and folate.
So we're going to simmer this curry and boil that rice for 5 more minutes, and then we'll plate it up. Okay, so let's serve up that rice. That kale is going to give it a lovely little shade of colour, which is just beautiful.
Now it's on with that incredible chicken curry. Top it off with some finely diced red chilli and lemongrass and a good old squeeze of fresh lime.
All those wonderful ingredients. What a lovely, lovely dinner.
A fragrant veggie-packed chicken curry with 3 of your 5 a day for only 551 calories and good for all the family.
It's super perfumed. It's an absolute joy to eat. This could give Thai green curry a real run for its money.
So there you go, energising toasted Popeye bread for breakfast, zingy Moorish salad for lunch, and for dinner, that incredible Balinese chicken curry. Fill your family with their 5 fruit and veg a day. All of that for under 1,500 calories. That's superfood. Next time in South Korea, making a healthy bean snack with the Jeju ladies helps me cook up a spicy steak and tofu stew.
Healthy eating with style.
And in sunny Sardinia, a bumper tomato harvest inspires me to create the most amazing ravioli.
You're going to love it.
Smart kids versus famous grown-ups. 8 o'clock on Sunday. Child Genius versus Celebrities. A Stand Up to Cancer special. Clever money on the kids. Next tonight, Napoli. And the age-old question, do the Italians put pineapple on their pizza? Jack D, Richard Iowati, Travel Man.